children in the room, Justine, so not too much alarm. Yes, no, for that. I have to go back. My name is Justine Detterly. I've been involved in gay, lesbian, human rights activism throughout my life. I ran an organization for LGBT people who saw the glaring red flags in the trans lobby years ago. Okay. Society has woken up to the fact that the demands of this lobby harm women, children, same-sex attracted people, and the proper functioning of science and governmental institutions. I want nothing but love, community, friendship, and quality mental health support for children and teenagers who think that they are the opposite sex or a myriad of these non-binary identities. I also want policies to protect kids from abusive parents. However, I want to address some serious problems in the gender identity movement. This has caused the need for these initiatives today. The initiative to protect girls' sports and to protect parental rights, which will be my main focus here. I'm not going to sugarcoat things. Much of the reality behind the slogans, memes, and hoisted progress flags is alarming. Trans identities, once very rare, have exploded in young people. Despite the aggressive push to be, quote, affirming and inclusive of gender-rejecting youth, and despite giving them access to hormones and surgeries underage, this is a population still experiencing significant mental health problems, ongoing body dysmorphias, high rates of prostitution, gender and romantic confusion, and political radicalization that has resulted in assault and murder. Yeah. Right. The gender identity spaces young people go to for friendship and psychological support, online mostly, but elsewhere, have serious problems with sexually inappropriate behavior and medical transition cheerleading. They are experiencing serious physical health damage, such as menopausal symptoms in their 20s. Wow. Inability to experience their romantic lives fully, bone injuries, sterility, and cognitive impacts. These young people are told lies. We are all being told lies. Not just by activists, but by media, schools, LGBTQIA2++++ organizations, and health institutions, mental health and medical institutions. Money. Youth are told there is proof medical transition saves lives. They are told puberty blockers are safe and reversible. They are told kids don't ever outgrow gender dysphoria. They are told trans men are somehow statistically safer in terms of crime than men who don't identify as trans. Wow. They are told that trans men, are more likely to die by murder than other groups like women and other minority groups. And they are told to reject their parents if their parents don't immediately affirm their trans identities, or if their parents worry about the medical effects of these protocols on their bodies long term. Wow. None of this is true, all these things I just mentioned, but they are the pillars of the propaganda talking points of this movement. What I'm saying here is not a moral panic, as the smug progressive establishment likes to pretend. These issues are endemic. They are widespread in this movement. And so I want to ask, are these problems enabled by the fact that teachers are telling your children that there are dozens of genders and they get to pick any gender they want without any consequences? Yes? Yes. Yes? Yes. Quote from psychiatrist David Bell, whistleblower from the Tavistock Gender Clinic. This was in the UK. It was shut down for ethics concerns. Things are worse in the United States. Most of the damage around gender ideology today and young people is taking place in schools today. Despite all of this, the establishment in Washington state has enabled policies that will socially transition your child in school, hide it from you, allow your child to run away from home, go to a host home with almost no government oversight, and then seek health-damaging medical treatments as young as age 13 years old, based on weak evidence, while forcing parents to pay for it. don't believe me? Read the insurance laws and the wording in SB 5599 and the systematic reviews on the realities of pediatric medical transition. Okay.
It's outrageous.
So, in 1841, Scottish journalist Charles Mackay published a book called Memoirs of Extraordinary Popular Delusions and the Badness of Crowds. In it, he documents a long history of the human tendency to get caught up in harmful fads, destructive socially contagious manias, financial frenzies, pointless wars, witch burnings, healing fads. There have been other social contagions of self-harm. And even after humanity experienced the age of reasoning and the age of enlightenment and the scientific method, there have still been a litany of medical scandals and mental health industry scandals. Almost all the people pushing these fads and social contagions believed for sure they were doing good. And I bring up this history for two reasons. We are in a historically relevant social mania right now.
That's right.
Yes. Two, progressives are not the only types of people prone to them. They've happened to religious people, to atheists, to scientists, all kinds of people. It's part of the human condition, and this is the one that we're dealing with now, and it has to be stopped.
Right.
So Washington County Kingdom, thank you. Teachers unions, affirming school counselors, Chris Reichwald, you have lost your minds.
Yeah.
She said it too, but that's been my go-to for the past 12 months, right? Because you have lost your minds and you push clearly unjust sports policies. Sex is a spectrum, educational malpractice, and in your derangement, scaremonger kids and their parents that they're going to be abused by their own coaches and school-affiliated doctors. We all have to push back on this.
Right.
It's you who are pushing the reckless policies. In 2004, there was another book written by James Sorowecki. It was called The Wisdom of Crowds. The book, unlike The Badness of Crowds, was about how collective minds from different backgrounds can come together to form logical conclusions and effective solutions to problems. To the progressive establishment of Washington State, we, conservatives, Christians, feminists, normie centrists, gay people, Democratic voters, and others have the wisdom to see that you are failing these kids. You cannot continue this. It's not sustainable to keep supporting gender-distressed kids by throwing endless validation and health-harming drugs and surgeries at them. We all have to stand up to this, and I want to reiterate that the educational system does need more men. Men generally are better at realizing that short-term empathy doesn't always lead to long-term better outcomes, just in general. That's a fact. And because not all bad ideas burn themselves out quickly, some of them can last for centuries. So please sign these initiatives. Thank you.